Oh God, don't start singing that damn song.
Randy Newman is going to make so much money yet again off that damn song. Mm-hmm. But it's a catchy ass song, gotta admit. Will Sasso fucked it up for me, honestly.
Will Sasso. Can we just get to this movie, alright?
Toy Story 4.
Toy Story.
I sense a theme this summer, the summer of sequels. And you're questioning whether did we really need a sequel to some of these movies or not. Some of them, I understand. Others, not so much. Toy Story 4 goes into the sequel that you really don't need to question because Pixar actually made a good sequel.
Alright, let's be real. This movie
could have went wrong in so many ways.
Yeah, there was plenty of times this movie could have went wrong. But every time you think it's going to go wrong, it reels you right back in to say, hey, we're Disney. We know what we're doing. Pixar, we got them in our back pocket. They're gonna reel you in with a good story, good turning point, and you'll be happy by the end of it.
I mean, considering Toy Story 3, me and Sue were just talking about this and stuff. Toy Story 3 was basically Schindler's List with toys.
Like Schindler's,
that shit was like dire as hell. I was like, oh my god, if I'm ready to die.
Like Schindler's List. The ending, the friggin' the brave little toaster.
I mean, but it's amazing with these films is how you have these toys and items. They've realized their futility. Like they realize, like, yo, we could die, or
yeah, we could. A lot of
what's
things
our
happen
use?
to them. It's
what is our use?
Our use could our use could be exhausted. We could get lost. We could be given away to somebody. We could be stolen. We could be broken and can't even be repaired.
Yeah,
it's like real life, basically.
Yeah,
anything could happen to them, just like anything could happen to us.
And to be honest, that is the basis of Toy Story because you got Woody who. He's still hung up on having a kid and all that stuff, having, a child that adores him and stuff. And he's so hung up on it and stuff. And then until he realizes that Bonnie, who you saw at the end of the last movie, she's kind of moved on, as most kids do. They kind of like move on. They have their favorite toys that they play with and stuff. And Woody ends up kind of being the old man of the group, so to speak.
Well, I mean,
the old toy.
I don't want to say that he was trying to hold on to like the glory days. I mean, in a way he was, but at the same time he was disguising. Oh, I have to,
help this kid by any necessary.
Like I have to help, not just help this kid, but I got to help this toy. I got to help this new toy by any means necessary because I have a kid, and without her happiness, I feel useless. So,
yeah.
So he uses the new toy as a crutch.
Yeah, which new toy is Forky, and it's like the funniest,
probably one of the funniest toys like brought into the movie.
I mean, I like the concept of it because, like, in the world of Toy Story, you don't factor in toys made like that as though they have sentient and stuff. So like when you see Forky get made, Woody's like, oh, she made a little fork with the googly eyes and da-da-da-da. Doesn't think much of it, and all of a sudden, the fork starts speaking, and he's like, what?
As you would expect.
Yeah.
Like I expected. I'm like, that fork is going to talk.
It's like, what? Even Woody had a little like, what's going on here? That's not supposed to happen. Which kind of makes me question. I'm like, so these things can't talk unless it actually gets made into something. Interesting.
So that's the rules of Toy Story is in order for you to become sentient, you have to get made.
Yeah.
Great. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, but the basis of it is, like you said, with Woody, he's using Forky as like a crutch to feel like he's needed.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, to a point, he wants to make Bonnie happy, but like as you find out, he ends up meeting with Bo Peep, which they do a little backstory on where she's been, because if you remember Toy Story 3, she wasn't there.
Right.
And you're kind of like, I wonder what happened to. Oh, that's what happened to her.
Oh, now it makes sense.
So now it all makes sense. But he meets up with her, and it's kind of the whole basis of the movie is essentially her trying to get Woody to realize, like, hey, there's more to this life, so to speak, than
basically Woody ends up finding out that there is more to life than just being than to just having a kid. Like, why be confined to a child's room when you have the whole world?
Yeah, and I mean, much like any typical Toy Story, the lesson kind of spans over this hour-and-a-half movie. It's pretty quick and to the point movie and stuff, which is fine. It works. I don't know why in my head I thought these movies were like 2 hours long.
Dude, it's Marvel fatigue, all right?
I don't know why.
With any big budget film, you think that you're gonna walk into these and feel like, oh, this movie's gonna be like 2 hours. We're gonna look at like
hour and a half,
like 2 hours, 2.5 hour, 3 hour movies and stuff. Yeah, I mean, of course it's Disney, but no, it's Toy Story. We know that these movies only go about an hour and a half. I mean, come on, look what happened with Detective Pikachu. Yeah, that was a huge movie, and it was only an hour and a half.
Actually, it was like an hour and 40 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. So with this one, much like a lot of Toy Story movies, there's a lesson to be learned, and the characters go through a lot of adventures along the way. And it's like I say, it's really good.
Definitely a lot of heartstrings gonna get pulled.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, especially the whole idea of toys and kids and to be honest with you, there's a point where one of the toys learns a harsh reality of how kids respond to toys.
Yeah.
And such. One of the toys is a doll. What was her name?
Gabby.
And she's kind of like Woody in a sense that she wants to find her self-worth, so to speak. Because she wants to be wanted by a kid. She's in an antique store, so clearly
never left.
And
the backstory on her is pretty tragic, honestly.
Yeah, very tragic.
Not going to spoil, so just got to see the movie. But storytelling was definitely well put together. I was just like you, CJ. I was thinking, did we really need a fourth one after watching the third? And you could say yes, you could say no. Personally,
it's a good prologue after Toy Story 3. It's like, hey, look what happened after Toy Story 3. All right, cool.
It's kind of like the ending to what is it? Kind of like the ending to Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
where everybody who wanted a sixth season to that show,
this is Better Call Saul.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody wanted a sixth season to that show, and of course, the director was like, no. I'm not bringing the show back for a sixth season. Yeah, we're gonna get a movie, but before that, it was years ago. He said, "I'm not gonna bring the show back for a sixth season. I'm just gonna move on." However, I got another show featuring one of the other characters that takes place in the past. Better Call Saul ends up being the unofficial
and sort of the present.
Yeah, but they haven't gotten to that point yet. But it ends up being the sleeper sixth season to that show.
Yeah. And
So what we got was a very well put together story. Basically, it's one of those tying up loose end stories.
And let's be real. That's what Toy Story is. It's tying up loose ends because you finally get a moment for all these characters on what's going to happen to them, and it's like, oh, this is actually, again, like I said, prelude to just everything after Toy Story 3. Even though, like I said, you could say that they need to do Toy Story 4, no, but I think the key to doing any sort of sequel to a movie like this is just like, all right, craft a good movie. Just because it could have been easy.
Just write it. Give me tell me what the story is, and let it be well written.
Yeah,
a good written story is all you'll need to sell the movie.
Yeah, and you have somebody like Pixar. They always, to me, okay. So I felt like with the Cars movies, for instance, right? I felt like the sequels, it felt like they rested too much on their laurels of, well, we got Larry the Cable Guy, so let's just revolve around Cars 2 around him. And then you got Cars 3, which I actually thought was a bit better than Cars 2, where it was like, all right, well, Lightning McQueen is old, and now we got this young upstart, and stuff. But I always felt like they just existed. Was there a need for Cars 2 and 3?
You look at all the spin-offs that came from it, Cars,
Planes. Yeah, so it's like with Toy Story 4, it could have easily been like, all right, we're just gonna go paint by numbers with this. It's like, no, they actually are telling a very touching story about all this, and like I said, it will hit you at the tug strings with just everything across the board. It is a lot of funny moments. Key and Peele played 2 stuffed animals at the carnival, and they are fucking hilarious.
Key and Peele, they pretty much stole the movie.
It's like, yeah, we got a plan.
I was done. I'm like, yeah, that's Key and Peele.
Like the first two ones were funny, and then it's like the third joke that they tell. It's like, oh my god, is this really? And it's like the most long form joke, but then you're like, wait for it. Yes.
It's like, how do you tell the same story? It's like, I mean, not you tell the same story. Like, how do you
tell the same joke three times?
Yeah, how do you tell the same joke 3 times and it keeps being funny? They figured that out. And holy crap, was it funny?
And Keanu Reeves plays a Canadian Evel Knievel, which it's dope. It's awesome. Keanu Reeves is having a hell of a year. This is his first cyber city.
No. Like, he went from John Wick to his surprise appearance in Cyberpunk 2077.
Now this.
And now he's a toy.
Yeah, I mean, the dude is on the roll.
Dude, everybody's been on the come up.
I mean, he's been on the roll, but like I said, everybody, like I said, you know, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, they have hit their camaraderie as Woody and Wuz to the point to where they have a rhythm. And like I said, with both of them, it's like, all right, we already know what's going to happen and stuff. Then Annie Potts, she comes back as Bo Peep, which I was like, all right, dope, they got her back. I laughed because one of the toys is one of the little micro machine.
Yeah.
Which I was like, dope.
Then, what about the
G.I. Joes?
The G.I. Joes, they came in, they were funny.
High five, man.
I like how 2 of them got high fives and one did.
It's like nobody likes the snow
Nobody likes the snowman. That sucks.
But like I said, the movie, it will hit you at the tug strings and stuff. It's great.
I mean, I could count at least a good 5 times. I'm like, feels.
Dude, that movie hit you in the feels like multiple times. Like, I don't even cry, but I'm like, aw.
I'm like, damn it, Disney, stop.
That's Pixar for you. They know how to
Yeah,
get
I'm like, Pixar, will you stop it?
I mean, but yeah, it's like I said, it's already a good movie. I'm sitting at a 9 with this. I actually think it's actually really good. It, like I said, it shocked me. Like, oh shit, it's not a cash grab. They really hit you with the heartstrings off the break.
Right. I gotta again. I said this in our last review. The movies we've been seeing, in this summer alone, they've been knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah. I mean, they have been doing their job and stuff. Like I said, it's. I said it before. I know we're diving off in here, but I'll make it quick though. But I was saying with like a lot of the sequels to a lot of these movies and stuff, it's a situation of people are being very picky and choosy about what they see. We saw what happened with Men in Black International and Shaft and stuff. But I think with this movie, it's a name, and you hope that people, and I do think this is actually definitely a recommend that people go see Toy Story 4. You definitely are not going to regret it. Like I said, if you like the previous ones, it's definitely in line with that one. So
yeah, I definitely recommend checking that out.
Take the kids. I mean, look, kids are gonna dude. The kids in our screening were laughing their ass off at all the jokes and stuff, because there's a lot of visual jokes that's in this movie that are hilarious. So yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else that we landed. Yeah, got everything and stuff. I will say this though, if these movies have done a good job of anything, is showing like what the toys' viewpoint of when kids get a hold of them.
Yeah.
Like there's a moment where they're at the playground and it's a bunch of toys that were left in the sandbox, and it's just like, oh, that's what kids do with these toys. Oh wow, okay.
It's like just drop and go.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think I can appreciate that because I've just come off playing Kingdom Hearts 3, and you get that whole like, oh, they're giants and stuff. So yeah, this movie did a good job of kind of showing that viewpoint and stuff, and the world from a toy's point of view is like supremely huge, so to speak. So yeah, definitely go see Toy Story 4. So and my peace out.
Yep, I'm also sitting at a 9 on this one as well.
Yeah.
It was a great movie. Definitely check it out.
Yep. So catch you guys later. Peace.
We're done.